everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Ella. I predominantly do bookish content, and in today's video I will be showing you my 24 books of 2024. I have all my books over here and I have a list of ratings. What I'll do is I'll tell you when we're getting into each section of each rating, because I've got 9 books which are 4.5 stars, 4 books which are 4.75 stars, 10 books which are 5 stars, and 1 book which is 6 stars. So I'll let you know when we're getting into the next section of the ratings with each book. But if I don't tell you a rating, it's because I've already sort of said the rating sort of thing. Anyways, let's get into it. Number 24 on this list is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J Maas. This is, depending on how you look at it, it's either book 3.5 or book 4 of the ACOTAR series, because technically it's a novella and it's a little breather of a book. I really enjoyed it because it was such a breather, and it was like, I think I read it at the best time because I read it in November, and it was quite a Christmassy book, so it kind of got me in the Christmas feels and stuff. So yeah, this is book 24, and this is the start of the 4.5 out of 5 stars. Book 23 in this list is The Boyfriend by Freida McFadden. Now, there are quite a few Freida McFadden books on it that is going to make an appearance in this video, and I genuinely, like, other than the 6-star read, I think there is a Freida McFadden book in every other of the ratings. Obviously this is one of them that's in the 4.5 stars, and by the looks of it there's another 2 or 3 that's in this list. So yeah, number 23 is The Boyfriend by Freida McFadden. Number 22 is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas. I enjoyed the whole album. Like, I've only read the four books. I've not read like A Court of Silver Flames yet, but I think by the looks of it all of them are a 4.5, but the more, obviously we're getting through the list, the more higher up the books are getting, and I just sort of enjoyed them more and more, I guess. But yeah, this is number 22. Number 21 is The Housemaid's Secret by Freida McFadden. This is book 2 in the Housemaid's trilogy. Yeah. Number 20 is A Court of Mist and Fury, chapter 55. If you know, you know. I like this one a lot. Number 19 is A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is obviously the first book in the ACOTAR series by Sarah J Maas, and other than A Court of Frost and Starlight, this is the shortest one in the series, and I really enjoyed this, but now that I'm at the point where I am, I hate Hamlin so much with a burning passion. Number 18 is The Housemaid, which is by Freida McFadden, which is book 1 in the Housemaid trilogy. There is a 4th book coming out in this series, which I forgot to mention for the other one. There's a 4th book coming out in the series about the wedding, which is in between book 2 and 3. Number 17 is The Locked Door by Freida McFadden. Now, this was the first Freida McFadden book I read, I believe, and as much as it is number 17 on this list, I can barely remember what happened in this book. I obviously must have enjoyed it if it's number 17 on this list. Yeah, number 17. Number 16 on this list is The Witcher Sword of Destiny by Andrzej Sapkowski. And this book is the last book in the 4.5 stars, so the next book is going to be 4.75, and this technically, like, there's 5 main books that follow like a plot line, and then before the first one there's 2 short stories, and this is the second one, which is like a collection of short stories. And I really enjoyed this. I did like, the first time I tried to read this year, I DNF'd it, I believe, and then I picked back up and finished it, and I really did enjoy it. So that's number 16. Number 15, which is Drowning by TJ Newman. This is the start of the 4.75 stars, and this honestly had me crying so much. It was honestly such a good book. I don't know why I have number 15. and I don't know why I only give it 4.75, but I love this book. I would, if anyone was looking for like, anyone loves like planes and stuff and they want to go into reading, I do recommend this book so much. 14 on this list is The Perfect Son by Freida McFadden. Now this one, honestly, shocked me. The ending, the plot twist, everything was so good. That's what I like about Freida McFadden books, is the plot twist will get me, and it'll get me out of reading slump. I finished reading like all of my Freida McFadden books in November, and then December I was like, ugh, I don't have any books. But now I've got Ward D, so I know I can get out of my reading slump, and I know I can trust Freida McFadden with getting me out of a slump. So that is number 13, I believe. Number 12 is Let's Split Up by Bill Wood. Now, if you recognise the name Bill Wood, it's because he's quite a big book talker over on TikTok, and this is his debut novel. It's kind of like Scream x Buffy the Vampire Slayer x Scooby-Doo, and I really did enjoy this. This was really, like, for a debut novel, it's really good. You can sort of see where like all the different, like, where the inspirations come from. You can sort of see that he's like used like different films and stuff to inspire him for the film, for the book. But it was still like, it kept you like gripped, and it has a story and a background, and it has, there's a lore to it, and there's like a history to the town and the house that's tied to this book and stuff. And it was really, for a debut novel, it was really good, and I really enjoyed this. Number 12, which is the last 4.7 star book 12, which is Monsters of Men by Patrick Ness. This is book 3 in the Chaos Walking trilogy. This is the fourth and final 4.75 book in this list. Now, again, same with The Witcher book that I read, I DNF'd this and then I read it again, and I really liked it. What I've noticed with books I DNF, I tend to DNF them at one point and then I go back to them, and then that's when I seem to be more in the mood for them. So when I read this, I was more in the mood for it, and I really did enjoy how it ended. Like, it was one of those endings where you could have, like, the author could have written another book or two out of it, but also it could have ended just like how it did, which is what he did. It was a trilogy, and it was a really nice ending, and I really liked it. But like I said, this is the last 4.75 star book, so now I'm gonna move on to my 5-star books. Number 11, which is a Christmas book, is The Killer's Christmas List by Chris Frost, and this is the first out of the 10 5-star books I rated. This is a Christmas book that's based on the Northeast, which is where I live. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I would recommend this to anyone who loves murder mysteries, who lives in the Northeast and loves Christmas, which is me. Book number 10, we're now in the top 10, everyone, now in the top 10. Number 10 is The Housemaid is Watching by Freida McFadden, which is the third book in the Housemaid series. Definitely obviously my favourite book, because the other two, I think they were like 4.5 stars, while this one was my most favourite. Honestly, I was so like shocked by what had happened in this book. I finished this when I was on a little trip to Nottingham. I was there for like 3 days, and I finished this on the last day I was there. And honestly, I was like, whoa, if I give this anything less than 5 stars, what am I doing? So 5 stars. Number 9 is Reckless by Lauren Roberts. This is book 2 in the Powerless trilogy. Yeah, I mean, it's not as good as Powerless and Powerful. They're in this list, but higher up. But I still liked it. There were like definitely a big plot twist in the end. Book number 8 on this list is One by One by Freida McFadden. It's nice and short, nice and quick. It's honestly, when I read this, I was like, it seemed as though, like, I kind of like, with the Freida McFadden books, it tend to be like 4.5 stars, but like obviously the odd one I pick up, like 5 star. It's like some of the plot twists in our books are just like crazy, and this one was like crazy. I just couldn't like put it down at all. So that is number 8. Number 7 is Powerful by Lauren Roberts. Now this one had me in tears. This is book 1.5, technically 1.5 of the Powerless trilogy. It's set at the same time as Powerless and is written with the best friend's point of view. So obviously Paden is the main character and Edina, is that her name? I think that's what her name was. Yeah, Edina, she was the best friend of Paden, and obviously in the end of Powerless, she dies basically. And this is, we find out her story and the lead up to how she died in this book sort of thing. I literally like find out she died in Powerless, was really to cry, and then my heart was so heavy and I was just crying so much when I read this. So that's number 7. Number 6 is The Girl in Question by Tess Sharp. This is book 2 in the Girls I've Been series. I think that's the 3rd one coming out. Yeah, this is, really liked it. It was quick and easy. These chapters are short, quick, snappy, and I kind of like with all like the 3 main characters, I kind of relate to some of the aspects of them. Obviously not all of them because of what happened, because of what they go through. But book number 5 is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This is obviously the first book in the Powerless trilogy, and this just has started up a world. Number 4 is Never Lie by Frida McFadden. I just love this book. I just thought this book was great. If you like sort of want to like start reading Frida McFadden, I feel like this One by One, that the boyfriend, I think the boyfriend would be a good one, and book number 3, which is the co-worker. This was really weird. This was really good. This one's a little bit shorter, but this one was good. I really like this. A really good plot twist, and it was kind of like a kind of weird book in general. But this one, super bloody weird. There's a character in this who's obsessed with turtles, like definitely autistic. And it was just, if you want to read a weird book, this is it. This is just, it's kind of like, but I think the character is like so smart, but so weird. And it's like, you can't help but just keep reading and being like, well, what the hell is happening? So I think that was number 3. Number 2 is The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp, which is the first book in the Girls I've Been series. I'm pretty sure this is getting turned into a film with Millie Bobby Brown in, who plays the main character. So that should be fun when that comes out. My number 1 book, which is a 6-star read, is Scarred by Emily McIntyre. This is part of the Never After series. I just love this book. Like, I was talking to my auntie about it because she bought me this book for Christmas last year, I believe. And I was saying I was to my mum about it. My mum was like, that just sounds vile. My mum was like, that sounds so vile. That sounds so disgusting. Like, so I was telling my mum about the part where this guy, I can't remember his name, but I remember he was like short and fat, and he was trying to like sexually assault or whatever the main female character. And basically the main male character, the prince, he sees and he basically pins this man up against the wall and like does it out the way of the main female character, but pins him up against the wall, like ties him there, and then like slices open his fingers and stuff. And I was like, this is so like out there and so different, and it was just so good. So that's book number 1, 6 stars. And yeah, that's all 24 books, my top 24 books of 2024. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in the next video.